if you are watching this video, you probably already know how very, very critical economics is to whether you gain admission this year, whether you score very high in your JAMB exam, whether you do excellently well. Economics is so pivotal. You can't even joke with economics at all. You can't joke with economics as an art student, right? So therefore, in this video, we are continuing from where we stopped in part 3. This is part 4 you are watching. In part 3, we stopped at question number 11, and we'll continue from question 11 to go on. I want you to pay great attention. Anything distracting you now is your enemy, right? Anything distracting you now is your enemy. Our target for you is you get admission this year, you enter school this year, you enter into that your preferred school. But for that to happen, we need to put in the work. We need to concentrate right now. After the JAMB, you can play, you can party, you can sleep as much as you want. But these few weeks we have for the exam is completely for preparation. Let's continue from question number 11. If aggregate income is 500 naira and aggregate consumption is 400 naira, this means that the average propensity to income, if aggregate income is 500 naira and aggregate consumption is 400 naira, this means that the average propensity to consume is dash. You are making 500 naira, you are consuming 400 naira. Now the propensity to consume is dash A, 0.20 B, 0.80 C, 1.25D, 2.00. The answer actually is 0.80, and this is how we got the answer. Average propensity to consume, APC, is equals to, let me show you very well, is equals to consumption, that is equals to consumption over D over DI, that is income. Consumption over DI, that means we will have here, the consumption is 400 naira, then the income is what? 500 naira. When you now do 400 divided by 500, it will give you 0.8. That is why we have B as the answer. And let me define it very well for you. Average propensity to consume, which we call APC, not our political party system. Average propensity to consume, APC, is a measure of the percentage of income that is spent rather than saved, right? The average propensity of consumption is to consume is a measure of the amount of your income that you save, that you consume instead of saving. Okay. Question number 12. I hope you are paying attention. If you watch this particular video from now to the end of this video, I will give you a gift, and that gift is I will send to you free JAMB syllables and free JAMB past questions, which are so central, so important in your preparations for this JAMB exam, right? Number 12. The group of unemployed members of a community who are physically handicapped or disabled is generally classified under unemployment as dash. The group of unemployed members of a community who are physically handicapped or disabled is generally classified under unemployment as dash. A, fractional unemployment. B, cyclical unemployment. C, residual unemployment. D, hidden unemployment. The answer is cyclical unemployment. Why? Cyclical unemployment is the component of overall unemployment that results directly from cycles of economic upturn and downturn. Unemployment typically rises during recession and declines during economic expansion. 13. Collectivism. Collectivism refers to the management of state enterprises in a dash. Collectivism, these are very, very crucial. That is why you are lucky that you are watching these videos. I would advise you to go over to part 1 watch part 1, watch part 2, watch part 3. What you are watching now is part 4. After you must have seen part 4, go over, watch part 5. Watch all the videos we've done on economics. They are so important. They will open your eyes. If you watch the videos I create, you will not be surprised when you enter into the exam hall, the JAMB hall, right? Number 2 is, aside the videos we've done on economics, we've done quite a lot of other videos on your other subjects, your other JAMB subjects. I brought out my time to give you Expo questions, JAMB questions, past questions, expected questions on those other subjects. So if you say it is use of English, we have done more than 20 videos of use of English. If you say it is the JAMB novel, we have done over 50 videos on the JAMB novel. If you say it is government, we have done videos on government. If you say it is, mention the subject. Now, if you need me to give you access, the link to all the videos we have done on those subjects, including economics, use of English, government, anyone, just tell me in the comment section. What you need to do is just tell me to give me the link to all the videos we have done on there. You now mention the subject. Like if you want the videos we have done on use of English, just say give me the link to all the videos you have done on use of English. Type it and I could give it to you. So important. Collectivism refers to the management of state enterprises in A, mixed economy, B, cooperative organization, C, capitalist economic system, D, socialist economy. The answer is D. In socialist economy is collectivism. Socialist economy doesn't embrace things like capitalism. No, it is collective. I think this was what was practiced in the now defunct Soviet Union that has now been balkanized. Okay. Collectivism refers to the management of state enterprises in a socialist economy where the means of production are owned and controlled by the state or the collective as a whole. In such an economic system, the state takes a central role in planning and directing economic activity. So whenever we talk about collectivism, we are talking about what? We're talking about socialism. Okay? Question number 14. Efficiency in production means dash. Efficiency in production means dash. A, reducing the size of the workforce. B, producing a given output with the lowest cost of combination of effort or production. C, adoption of capital-intensive technology. D, increasing the quantity of the fixed factors of production. Of course, the answer has to be B. Efficiency means producing a given output with the lowest cost. You reduce the cost and you produce more. It means you are efficient. Do you understand? That's why I always tell you, whenever you encounter any question in this JAMB exam or any other exam for that matter, try to understand the question before you answer. Do not rush to answer. Understand before you answer. Okay, look at the explanation. Efficiency in production means achieving the highest possible outcome with the lowest cost using the factors of production. And what are the factors of production? Land, labor, capital, and other resources. It involves minimizing wastage, improving productivity, and optimizing the allocation of resources to maximize output while minimizing costs. Are you following? In economic life, number 15. Remember, we started from part 1. What you are watching down is part 4. So go over, after you watch this part 4, go over and start from part 1. Watch part 1. If I were you, I will watch it of the videos many times, slowly, with pen and paper. In economic life, the choice among alternative demands on the dash. Okay. In economic life, the choice among alternatives depends on the dash. When you have alternatives, in economic life, the choice among alternatives depends on the dash. A, income of the decision maker. B, scarcity of resources. C, scale of preference of the decision maker. D, status of the decision maker. If there are alternatives, of course, it will depend on your scale of preference. In economics, the choice among alternatives depend on individual scale of preference. which represent the personal ranking of the available options based on their preferences and needs. Scale of preference represents the relative importance and satisfaction derived from different choices and helps individuals making decisions that maximize their utility and satisfaction. Okay, number 16. I hope you are following. By the way, are the videos I make helpful to you? If the videos I make are helpful to you, please tell me in the comment section. Tell me how these videos are helpful. If you want me to make more videos, tell me to write down to make more videos. Knowing that the videos I make are helpful will motivate me to do more. Because sometimes I just feel that you people are not taking it serious. But if you are taking it serious, let me know. Okay? Let's look at question number 16. The law of diminishing marginal utility indicates that if a consumer increases his consumption of a commodity continuously, pay attention. Let's look at the question again. The law of diminishing. Okay, the law of diminishing marginal utility indicates that if a consumer increases his consumption of a commodity continuously, A, total utility must fall. B, marginal utility must fall. C, marginal utility may increase. D, marginal utility may fall even though his total utility may be rising. The answer is what? B. If the law of diminishing marginal utility indicates that if a consumer increases his consumption of a commodity continuously, then marginal utility must fall. If you are using, let's take you are thirsty, very thirsty, and you get water and you start drinking. By the time you drink the first cup, you have a high marginal utility, but as you keep drinking, by the time you get to the 10th cup, your marginal utility must have keep falling, because you are consuming more, but you are really not much in need. Okay, let me explain very well. The law of diminishing marginal utility, I hope you are following. Pay attention. After you watch this video, go back, watch it over again, go to part 3, watch it many times, go to part 2. They will help you. These are the tools that will help you. Remember, in our channel, our goal is for you to enter school this year. You write your JAMB, you gain admission, and you enter school, right? You will not be among those that will become a JAMB customer. Every year you are coming to write. No. You will not be one of those that will score 120, 130 in JAMB. No. Our target in this exam is admission straight this year. Our target is 300 and above. If you claim it, come under the comment and type I claim it. Tell me what you claim. And if you claim getting into school 300 and above, your preferred university, then let us put in the work. Okay? The law of diminishing marginal utility states that as a consumer increases their consumption of a commodity continuously, the additional satisfaction or utility derived from each additional unit consumed will eventually diminish. In other words, the marginal utility, which is the utility derived from consuming one additional unit, will decrease with each additional unit consumed. I hope you are following. If you are following, type I am following. If you are following, let me know, okay? Which of the following rewards is associated with entrepreneurship? Which of the following rewards is associated with entrepreneurship? That means if you are an entrepreneur, what are the rewards you get? A, salaries. B, profits. C, interest. D, rent. Of course, your reward as an entrepreneur is profit. Nobody is paying you salary. Okay, except if you pay yourself salary, right? Okay. Entrepreneurship is associated with the expectation of earning profit. Okay. Entrepreneurs take risk and organize, whether you are offline entrepreneur, whether you are online entrepreneur, as a business person, which I also encourage you. When you enter school, don't just focus on your studies. You can have businesses you can be doing both online and offline. If you need me to suggest some for you, just ask me in the comment section. Okay. Entrepreneurship is associated with the expectation of earning profit. Entrepreneurs take risk and organize resources to start and operate businesses with the goal of generating profit. They invest their time, effort, and capital into innovative ideas and ventures, hoping to create value and be rewarded with financial return in the form of what? In the form of profit. Which of the following is likely to be inflationary? I gave you assignment in part 3 to give me an assignment that rotates around inflation, deflation, and their causes, right? If you have not submitted the assignment, go over and submit it in part 3 of economics, okay? Which of the following is likely to be inflationary? A, taxes increase. B, increase in unemployment. C, budget surplus. D, wages increase. The answer is D. You know, inflation is when there is much money and those much money is pursuing a lesser number of goods. So if you increase the wages, if the government increase the amount of money they pay, it means there will be more money in the hands of people, which will make them to now pursue more goods, and the goods may not really be increasing in number to meet the increasing demand. That will lead to inflation, okay? An increase in wages is likely to be inflationary. When wages increase, it raises the production costs for businesses. To maintain their marginal profit, businesses may pass on these increased costs to consumers in the form of higher prices for goods and services, leading to inflationary pressure on the economy. Are you following? I want to trust that you are following. Question number 19. Remember that at the end of this video, you are going to receive free JAMB syllabus, free JAMB past questions at the end of this video, okay? The relationship between tax rates and income, which is relevant to progressive tax, is shown by dash. The relationship between tax rate and income, which is relevant to progressive tax, is shown by that. A, cos X, cov X. B, cov Y. C, cov Z. D, cov X and Z. Let me read. I think there is a diagram, but I can't show it to you here. But let me explain something. The relationship between the tax rate and income that is relative to progressive tax is shown by cov Y. I can't show the diagram here. In a progressive tax system, the tax rate increases as income increases. Okay? Curve Y represents the upward sloping relationship between the tax rate and income, indicating the progressive nature of the tax system. Okay? Okay. Now let's look at this question. Fiduciary issue is part of dash. In our next video in part 5, we will continue from question 21. That will keep going down and down. For you to receive the materials I promise, just do 4 things. Number 1 is very compulsory. Number 1 is join our YouTube channel. Become a member of this channel. You can see an option in our channel. Just click on join and follow the prompts. Join our channel. Don't dodge it. It's something compulsory. It's something that will help you. Once you become a member, you can ask me your questions. You can reach to me directly. Number 2, to receive the free materials, like this video. Click on like. Number 3, share this video. Very, very important. Click on share. Share this video here on YouTube. Click on share again. Copy the link. Post the link on YouTube, on Facebook groups, on WhatsApp groups, on Telegram channels, all the platforms where JAMB candidates are. Share it with your classmates, your friends. Share it with them. Then, when you have done these things, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Noble Tutorials. Just click on subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Remember, I said join our YouTube channel. That is compulsory. Number 2, like this video. Number 3, share this video. And number 4, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Remember, if there are other videos you need me to give you, come under the comment and tell me. I could give you the link to those videos. When you do those things, come under the comment of this video and type I have subscribed. When you subscribe, when you join, when you share, when you like, come under the comment of this video and type I have subscribed. Once I see you type I have subscribed, I will chat you up and send all those free materials to you. There's a video I'm leaving for you on the screen. Click on it now and watch.